Have any of my factories been built yet? No, they're still being built. I wonder what's costing so much right now. I'm buying in lots and lots of production goods. Although, yeah, it's because I'm building navy. Still paying for the goods for those naval ships, then we should balance out. Okay, so England's giving me an offer here. England wants to humiliate the Chinese. Sure. Don't know exactly how we'll get over there. Alright, so China's being backed by Kazan, so I can definitely go after Kazan at this point. Although actually getting access through Hungary or the Ottomans would be difficult. Neither of them like me, so this might well be... I can't see how this could possibly go wrong. I'll need to land here somewhere in order to pursue a war against Russia, I mean Kazan. I'm sure things will be fine. I believe the port of Sevastopol might be a good option. I have to increase the tariffs, they are kind of bankrupting me. Makes the industrialist slightly less effective. You know what, I'm not going to do it by 5%, we're just going to do it as much as we need and no more. We'll pay off this loan as soon as possible. And we're debt free. Oh no, we just went £600 into debt. Pay it off. I mean, we have 300,000 in the bank, so this isn't a huge problem. Because basically, so long as you're borrowing from the national bank, then debt problems are a lot less. So it kind of sounds like a lot of factories are being built right now. The Ottomans have joined the Chinese, so this is now... Oh, flipping hell. England! What have you tracked me into? Crap. Okay, so this is going to be me and England versus China, Kazan, France, Prussia, and the Ottomans. So I'm going to be fighting here, 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 and most worryingly here. So yeah, we definitely need to shift a couple of these guys over to this front. If this war breaks out, we are definitely going to have to mobilize. Oh, this is going to be good. I'm kind of glad that I started building more ships now. Damn it. They're still allied. Transports. There's a bunch of troops over here that I need to go and pick up, which I believe are actually going to be... Oh, no, those... Yeah, I know what they are. Might need them in the coming war. England accepted the offer. Oh, I would have fought. We could have taken that. But England's been cut down to size, which is bad for me. Right, Palatinate, get back in my sphere. But it's probably still wise to have troops on the border with France, because clearly they can't be trusted. Oh, I was actually kind of looking forward to that war. think it's about the only way that they could have touched me was to bring everyone in. Me with my 47 million population. Nationalist officers. The signs have been evident for some time. Whispers can be heard on the barracks grounds, and sometimes, when a knight's officer enters the room, even the liveliest of conversations seems to die down, as if it had been bumped into some immutable hinder. The Bulgarian officers' corps in Plovdiv is becoming increasingly attracted to the cause of Bulgarian nationalism and separatism, and we can prove it. We have the options of ignoring these things for the time being, or getting rid of some of the more outspoken officers. Shoot them. We're reactionary now. Damn, that is my good general. Tuscany seems to be having a lot of uprising problems. Alliance from Würzburg. No, because you're not in my sphere and you'll probably make me clash with someone who is. How's my culture tech? It's actually surprisingly good. Education efficiency could go up, but we're fine now. What does cut down to size CB do? It means that Britain can only have half of their troops deployed. So it's a huge reduction in their military strength. With ravages of alcohol taking a daily toll on the people, tearing away every day with newfound intensity at the moral and spiritual fabric of our national character, it becomes imperative for us to band together in the defence of the public virtue and to educate and uplift the poor and the downtrodden the virtues of temperance. Piss off. What's wrong with the field drinks? I do wish that infamy burned down rather quicker than it did. It does make for rather long periods of downtime. Although that said, it's not like we've been lacking for wars. So yeah, shut up, Mordred. Don't say that. I'm just asking for it otherwise. Actually, that's true. I have units being deployed here. Let's create a new unit. And let's pull you away. Alright, some of the ships are being built. Bengal. I can add them to my sphere. That's going to be huge. Because Bengal has a large population and therefore a large market. And I now have first dibs on that market. Almost 5 million people. Do you have any... Oh! I know why I did this. Do you know why I took over Bengal? I think I may have... Yeah, I just clicked on it. It's because they're one of the biggest producers of tea. So I now have dibs on all of the tea produced in Bengal before anyone else. So I've just found like a very, very stable supplier for my tea addiction. Shoot them. Neapolitan nationalists. So Naples may be spat out soon. Alliance from Bengal. That one I will accept. So how's the production coming? Piedmont still building. Maybe still. There we go. Still building. Not a huge number of closed factories yet. So I'm going to go ahead and close the ones that are closed. I should also double check actually to see where the ships and everything are being built. Whether it's still us or someone else. Glass factories are closing. That's actually unfortunate because we're about to need a bunch of glass. Oh well, they're still building more. There's always going to be other opportunities. In fact, there's a way of closing. there isn't. Never mind. Hey Mitchell. Yeah, of course. Just don't be spamming silly memes. Or spammy posts. That's all that I was annoyed about. Basically anything that says, hey, you should post this in every Discord that you come across. Don't do it! That's spam! Alright, so we've got the breech-loaded rifles, which means that I now have access to guards. Which is great. So we're going to get iron railroads. Build. Now I need to produce all the guards that I can. They will be relatively rare. I think these guys I will produce in Europe. In fact, I'm just going to build all of the guards I possibly can. Because we're going to use them regardless. Regardless, get it? Huh? So you can see, attack 4, defense... Sorry, attack 8, defense 4 versus the infantry's attack 6, defense 6. My defense is going to be coming from artillery, not infantry in the future. Because trust me, their defense will go through the roof. And these... Oh, it's liquor they require, not wine. What is that requires wine? Maybe none of them. So if I were to produce just one random infantry, I just want to compare what goods they require. Small arms canned food versus small arms canned food, liquor, luxury goods. Then engineers require... what? What can we say? Yeah, I actually don't mind spam, the food spam. Norway's dropped to cordial. Let's increase Norway then. Still losing money. Because we have some subsidies. Cancel all subsidies, even if I built them. If I was wrong, then I was wrong. I don't think I was wrong, though. Oh, that stuff's still being built. Okay, now I am definitely out of money. So, yeah, middle class, you're going to get taxed. Well, actually, some of you are struggling. Artisans are struggling. That's actually not good. Which may suggest that their taxes are too high. Let's reduce you to 40%. Could also suggest the tariffs are too high, though I doubt that. My tariffs are actually really low. And then we'll tax the poor. And the rich. Although we are currently researching a railroad. What? 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 Where the hell did they come from? Quick, get me a army down there. Where's my transports? They are here. No, they're not. Where are they? Yes, they are. Go and grab them.
Ready to serve, my lord.
Hey, Midge. Thanks very much for the host. Major discovery: breech-loaded rifle ornament. A breech-loading weapon is a firearm with in which the cartridge or the shell is inserted or loaded into a chamber, integral to the rear portion of the barrel. Although breech-loading weapons were developed as far back as the late 14th century, breech-loading became more successful with improvements in precision engineering and machining in the 19th century. So the attack of all infantry has gone up, as is supply consumption. I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, I was going to double check to see where ships are being built. No clippers are once again being produced. Are you kidding me? I am still the greatest convoy producer though. And demand has gone up, probably as more of the factories are closing. They're still not in very high demand. Clippers, however, are again in high demand. Could one of you please build me a clipper ship? There you go, you are. Are there any active right now? You are. So clippers, possible bonus from fabric, steel or timber. Fabric, steel, timber. Well, the biggest timber producers is that one. So Southern Serbia, do you... or Northern Macedonia? Southern Serbia, North Macedonia. Southern Serbia has a timber thing, has a cloth thing. So you might actually do quite well with a clipper shipyard. I need money before I can afford it. What was the other thing? Steel. Fabric and steel. So if we built a steel place here as well, you could actually do very well with clippers. Interesting. Interesting. Well, in that case, what I think I need to do is increase tariffs in order to raise some funds. Is Victoria 2 easier than EU4? No. Victoria 2 is definitely the most complicated of the more recent Paradox games. But yeah, this is very much like the end of the old Paradox era before Crusader Kings 2 came about and started the new era. So no, afraid not. But does Croatia do wood? Croatia does do wood. Croatia does a lot of wood. Yeah, good call. Good call. Croatia would be even better. Okay, we'll build one in Croatia. I definitely need to do one of these games as a smaller nation. The mill shut down. I'm going to reopen you. And we need a steel mill here. So I'm going to close, I'm so sorry, the cement factory. We're going to instead... Oh, I still can't afford them. Oh, we need fabric here as well. Well, actually, I could afford the fabric factory, so we're going to go ahead and build a fabric factory. Then after that, clippers. So we have fabric, we have that, we need steel. So something else is going to have to go for the steel. Paper, not worth the money. No, I definitely need more money. Tariffs can go up to 20% until I've established the thing that I want to establish. I'm still losing sodding money. How? I'm making like 1,000 more than I was before. Wow, you guys are struggling. Oh, because I just made a bunch of you unemployed. Yeah, that'll happen. Mobilization impact. Early on training meant march training and basic drill, but at this point, full units trained interoperationally out in the field, acting as if their brigade or division was in a state of war. This training vastly increased the combat performance of units. Mobilization impact reduced. There we go, now we're making money again. Nope, no, we're losing it again. Yeah, I have a feeling if we're seeing the destruction of the artisan class here. Because they just cannot compete with the factories. Which I'm actually kind of okay with. Also, how are we doing educationally? .96% of the population. That feels like it's going down. No, I don't want to invest more in education just yet. Right, so we have 14,000. Croatia, you needed a steel factory. And what was the other thing? Steel, cloth, timber, and then the clipper factory itself. Which will cost 24,000 to open. Why not max out rich taxes? Because they can still build factories and things, and they still are building factories. But mostly, I'm researching iron railroads right now, and I want those railroads built. Cannon Bruno, no thanks, no thanks. Not from you either, Trier, so sorry. You're taking attrition. Why? Oh, it's because the guards are starting to turn up. Aha! Interesting. Okay. Also, we were trying to establish an army down here. Like, yell at me if I forget the clipper factory when I have money. I'm going to see if the engineers are any good at actually firing their guns or not. We'll go and fight these guys. I will, however, give you an officer. I really wish it was possible to get rid of generals. Hey, it's Peter Pan. God, these guys suck. Ugh. There we go. In fact, what I can probably do is hire some more generals. Apparently, yes, we can shoot. Even though they count as artillery. But they're not really. Victory is ours. Huzzah! Right, I have money. Clipper. Croatia. I remembered! Clipper, clipper, clipper. Shipyard. Build. Right, now I can reduce tariffs. Actually, Morocco. Yeah, no, Morocco would have given me another front against Castile, and I don't particularly want that. Really? Machine parts failed? That's a surprise. Those are usually in pretty high demand. Yeah, they are. Price has come down a fair bit, though. There we go. Clipper production's going up. I once again have my world monopoly. Kind of struggling to balance. Oh, god damn it, Persia, not again. Who is it this time? Bengal, China, and Transaxonia. I mean, fighting in Transaxonia I don't mind, but you're fighting my ally. I'd really rather not. Persian liberation. This is an offensive war. Go screw yourself. Pulled me into way too many of these silly wars. The rich need to pay for more of this stuff. They should have enough money in the bank now. You know what I need to do, and I haven't researched yet? Commerce things. Tax efficiency. I don't have organised factories yet either, that's not good. Canned goods aren't making money. Vineyards. Okay, they're not doing as well as I'd hoped. But because they're subsidized, they're getting all the people they need. Costing me money. Nuremberg and Kazakh. Nope. Nope. Ansbach can be sphered. Nope, just decreased. Now friendly. Colonial incident. More jingoism. Though I probably should have checked to see who that was actually against. Whoops. Prussia's stripped me of Palatinate again. Damn it. Is this a continuation of a grand campaign? It's the continuation of my playing as the knights in EU4. I mean, it's not one from Crusader Kings. Alright, I'm now 70,000 in debt, so there definitely needs to be something done about this. Tariffs. We are going to increase tariffs. Which are actually modified by the your admin efficiencies. The more admin I get, the more I make in the tariffs too. Croatian martyr. The hands on the clock point 5 minutes to 12. His eyes peer across the town square, seemingly undaunted by the commotion and risk. He climbs to the podium and begins to speak. For hours he talks of Croatian nationalism, its oppression, its cause and its future, in a language that reverberates with nothing save the clear tones of a just cause. The knights gendarmes storm the square and soon he is gone. Somewhere far away in the city a bell strikes 12. A young Croatian nationalist is in our custody. What should we do with him? All pops in Croatia who are not Occitan and is not an accepted culture will gain conscientiousness. What is Croatia primarily? I mean, obviously it's Croatian. 71% Croatian. So is Croatian an accepted culture? No. So I am going to imprison him. For the conscientiousness. And that's going to be a big boost to conscientiousness. I am still losing freaking money. Crikey. And their situation is only getting worse.